Илья, ты меня не слышишь. Илья Иванович, проснитесь. Илья Иванович, вы меня не слышите, проснитесь. Илья. Илья, проснитесь. Ты меня совсем не любишь. Илья. Илья. Илья, wake up. Если бы моя тугая плоть могла растаять, сдвинуть, испариться, о, если бы предвечный не занес в грехи самоубийства. Боже, Боже, бесплотным, плоским и тупым. Мне кажется, весь свет в своих стремлениях. О, нежность, как невысыпатый сад, что зарастет бурьяном. Вот ты, а вот ты.
What? Ah, it's you, Elena Nestorovna. I didn't hear you coming in. Was I dozing? Ah, what an old fool I am to doze with you here.
I was watching you, Ilya Ivanovich. You didn't miss me at all. We miss nothing when we are asleep.
Where did you learn to speak such rot? Weeks to recover from missing a few moments of you.
Will you set that to music, Ilya Ivanovich?
The plain truth is that I drank too much. So much for vows of moderation.
Life would be death if it were all in moderation.
That's all very well, but I mustn't become a Tuesday man. Do you know what that is? Today, Tuesday, you have decided there will be no more of this. None of that. You are a new man. Capital N, capital M. New man. My God. Impressive. It looks glorious. It's even in my name. Ilya. Glorious one. Glory of God. All of that. Such a bright new future. It's blinding. That's Tuesday. Wednesday? Not quite as new a new man as the Tuesday. Thursday? Friday? God forbid Saturday. Gone the glory. Gone the glitter. Gone the way of all flesh. That's a Tuesday man.
I have known a few of them.
If I become one, will you push me into the river?
You are not a Tuesday man because you took too much to drink. All that means is that you are Russian.
Perhaps a foolish resolution from the start. You know your uncle when he launches into homilies about his beloved peasants of the land. Makes you want to piss on the peasants. One needs a deep glass just to keep from running off into the snow.
A fine thing that would be, driven out of your own home.
Not so impossible. First off, it is not mine, it belongs to my sister. It is mine in habit only. What's more, I think it has become a bad habit. What do you say?
What do you mean, a bad habit? You have a marvelous existence. A room and a little study with a balcony over the garden. Your sister loves you. Your nephew adores you. Your nieces worship at your knee. They attach love ribbons to your teacup. And look how your brother-in-law cleaves to your advice. Here, have your tea.
It's not that dreadful lime blossom.
Aunt Angelica says it will help you to sleep.
Nothing helps me to sleep. I don't want to sleep. I've slept a life away. But what am I saying? Pay no attention to a drunken schoolmaster.
Do you think so little of me?
How so?
To let yourself off so lightly. Bad habit? What do you mean a bad habit to live here? What do you mean by sleeping a life away?
My dear Elena Nestorovna, you are far too charming for the unadorned truth about a frumpus like me. It's just that I wonder these days whether it wouldn't be the best thing to leave.
To go where?
Away.
But where?
Far.
Do you mean to teach school in another district?
I mean to teach never again. Teach myself a new life.
How do you do that?
Well, you see, that's the problem. I've no idea. Yes, your uncle relies on me to talk him out of his goddamn brother-in-law schemes, to placate my sister when she is hysterical, to mind over the children during the next catastrophe, to make the best fun during a holiday, to treat a house full of hypochondriacs as if they are all about to die before nightfall. Yes, but what must we do to get by? And incidentally, listen to what I've heard at the Institute about the new hydrotherapy. And Ilya? Reliable one. Good marks in all grades. Choose an early profession, do it well, make it stick. Marry a sweetheart. When she Heidi-highs her pretty pink petticoat, takes off with an athlete to Omsk, let there be no Parisians on whom to waste our hard-earned money. And if you are ever tempted to run, no. Stand your ground, Ilya. You are the rock above the flood. Stand, Ilya. No running, no walking. Stand, Ilya, stand. You are needed. Oh, you are needed.
But you are, Ilya Ivanovich. You are needed.
If I left here tomorrow, 1 week later, I'd be needed a week less. A week less again after that. It might be that I've made Ilya indispensable. I must be here, in this place, to be standing. Ilya, standing firm, wise and heartful when things fall apart. Which they never will. The children are smarter than any of us. They run the place now. Would you like a step farther into the Polikovian truth? I am even exhausted with being a man of Russia. If I could become a moon man, I think I would take it at a bound. I tell myself one small step at a time. But I've become suspicious. Listen, Elena Nestorovna, I think it's a plot.
Oh my, a plot? A plot sounds exciting. Who is plotting?
One small step at a time is the plot. It's a plot by the forces of inertia to rule us until we're too decrepit to make it out the door.
Ilya Ivanovich Polikov, I have never heard this or anything like it from you. I'm seeing something new, I think. What does Aunt Angelica say?
Oh, no. The door to that confessional's closed. I'm sorry, but you've got to put down your Dostoevsky. It's always my Dostoevsky, and he's the one to blame, as if my despair is an adaptation. Then she sends me off to read the children to sleep. Well, I will tell you a secret about that. When I read them their stories, with all the wonderful pictures, the simple life within, I wish that I could dissolve into the pages of the book.
When you read to me your translations of, what's his name, do you feel the same way?
Oh, that's very different. I don't feel stampeded, crushed, suffocated, only embarrassed to be stealing your time. How selfish of me to have begged a hearing, how dear of you to consent. Meanwhile, it is you longing to bolt out into the snow. I am as guilty as your uncle. I am better off drunk and asleep. Yes, until I can purchase the courage to walk into Kuznetsov, wipe that supercilious smirk off his fat face by handing him my resignation, walking out forever. Then, out of this door. Then, farther and farther. Yes, until no one can say my name.
Do you honestly mean all of this, Ilya Ivanovich? Ilya Ivanovich? Ilya Ivanovich?
With all my heart.
Liar.
What's that you say?
Liar.
Have I ever been called that?
Do you think that because you're speaking the truth, you're not lying to me?
Why shouldn't I think that?
If you say what's true in order not to say something else that is true, why then you're not saying what you mean, even if you mean what you say?
I did mean what I said.
Yes, But can you say what you mean?
That's rather a novel idea. Does our kind ever do that?
Kind? Are you a kind, Ilya Ivanovich? Weren't you just saying that you're hardly a Russian? Just how many Ilya Ivanovich Polikovs do you notice on the streets of St. Petersburg?
My God, Elena Nestorovna, this is the most devil of a conversation I've ever had.
Good. So, do you want to try telling me what you really mean?
No. Good Lord, no. Well, of course I do. Perhaps. Yes. I mean, yes, of course, decidedly. But can it be done? It's barely conceivable. Our kind. I'm not a kind, no, I'm not. Me, barely qualified to be a Russian, I am. It's all quite sound. You've invited me to speak, say the thing, not the other thing. According to Aristotle. Well, no, devil take Aristotle, eh? Just say the thing, not the other, and for God's sake take the consequences. Can I? One should have a stab at it. Give it a go. Goodness. Well, what I mean to say is, after you've come, all the things I have seen of you, heard of you, it's like this, you see. I have them memorized. Yes, memorized. Then I sit repeating them like the text of a prayer. What I mean is, I can close my eyes and I can see every loop on the laces of your boots. I know every necklace and brooch that you wear as if I had given them. I follow every strand of your hair, its relation to your brow, your neck, your cheek, your breast, as if I were watching for signs of an avalanche. What I mean is, I would rather die than forget even one of the short seconds in which you have gifted me life everlasting. What I mean is, I loathe the fact that I do not look more like the man that I saw you taking tea with 3 weeks and 2 days ago. No, now 3 weeks, 3 days ago, in that little green cafe on Bolshaya Konyushnaya Street. What I mean is, well, damn it. God forgive me. I would like to have assassinated the handsome young man in that chair so close across from that wretched round table of my worst nightmares. And, well, I hate myself with a passion for not having the nerve to kiss you, Elena Nestorovna.
Today is Sunday.
That's true. That's quite true. You're on firm ground there. No one could argue with that. We could prove it if we needed, but we don't. Today is Sunday.
Well, don't wait until Tuesday.
Elena Nestorovna. Oh my. I am feeling quite strange. Did I say all that? Will you ever forgive me? Is it really you not yet running away from me off into the snow? Is it really you saying not to wait until Tuesday for me to... You know. Did I hear it correctly?
To not Wait until Tuesday.
Must I drink this lime blossom tea?
Not with me around. Not with me around.
Спи, мой котик, ласковый животик, золотые лапки, желтый нос. Спи, мой котик, спи, мой обормотик, знаешь, я люблю, знаешь, я люблю, знаешь, я люблю тебя всерьез.